Hi everyone, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Today we have a new format that we didn't do before as a live video. So we talked about the moisture mapping content everywhere on our website, blog, newsletter, etc. But we never did a live video. Today I decided to do this live session with you to see how to master moisture mapping and sketching in Magic. If you never tried using our app to do that, we're here to see together how to start, how to use it, some features that are incredibly useful for that. So if you also have questions, before I forget to say it, let me know in the comments. I will try to keep an eye on them. Last comments, I couldn't answer them all. I'm so sorry, but I will do my best today to answer all the comments that come in, if you guys have any. So let me grab my tablet in the meantime and grab my app and share the screen with you guys. So let's see if we like this. Okay, perfect. Sounds good, looks good. If there's anything, if you miss my voice, if something happened in the comments, so we can also react, just in case. Okay, perfect. I would say that we can start with a brand new project as if you never used magicplan for a moisture mapping job or in general, okay? So we start with a created, and as you can, of course. So I would say that we can start with the photo section, because normally what happens? A client calls you, they had a water damage in their property, apartment perhaps, and you go on site. So we start with a photo. I will take it from the photo library because I don't have the outside. Then we grab this picture and we add it to our project. This will be our main photo. Normally you're on site, so you can take a picture of the property from, save it. Okay. At this point, I would say that we could also add a photo with the camera of our device. So we are on site. Behind me are the water damages, or we pretend that we have the water damages. So I select the camera in this case. Oh, sorry, Rudy, I didn't see you. And we can take a picture here. Save all, because we just wanted to start documenting everything. Okay, now I would say I just added 2. You can add 100, 200, as many as you want. I would go ahead and create a quick floor plan. So we also have the sketch for this project. I tap on the plus under floor plans. We select the floor. Now I go ahead with insert room, auto scan. And here we have some tips, as I always say, so you can see what we say. Okay, this one, it's a study. And I can start moving from here. I point somewhere where you could see the corner. I see also my Fernando helping me here. I try to scan the door. Let's see how it works here. Okay, we have the cupboard, we have the window. And black to have a better lighting. But so you see how it works in real life. I'm stepping on the cable. So give it a second. You see that the white lines will appear as a magic. Okay, perfect. My door has been recognized. Everything, it's inside my scanning. I can check with the 3D feature. Looks good. Right? Give it a second. Okay, I like it. Everything is green. If you would have a lot of orange in this preview, rescan the room because maybe something is going to be missing. In this case, we're happy. We confirm the scan. Let me see if I can share my screen again. I'm sorry that I disappeared for a couple of minutes. Let's continue. Where did we go before. Okay, we scanned the study with some furniture. We scanned the study without furniture, and while we took some pictures of our water damage that's behind my back. Okay, now I would say, let me add something here to our floor. I'm going to take this room here with the furniture, so I'm standing here between the two windows, okay? At this point, I would say that we can add something to our room like an affected area to mark the areas that are affected by our water damage in this case. Okay, so maybe I go back in case you didn't see it. I select the room, and here in the info section, I have the option add new area. So we tap on the plus, and you see you can leave it like this if you have a bigger water damage, like something that happened with some major damage, so you want to leave the entire room selected, it's fine for you. Otherwise, if you say it's a damage that's more local, it's just a little or a smaller area, you could also tap on the shape and resize it, right? Now we can say, okay, our water damage is here in this area, okay? So you can see it here. I can move it a bit like this. I could also add a corner if I want to make it more similar to this shape that I created before. Something like this, for example. And if I'm happy, I tap on done. Important note, color coding is important, right? So we are talking about water damage, so maybe we want to mark it in blue so everyone knows, this is it. Okay, one thing that I wanted to show you also, maybe I go back here to the photo section, so you see we have all the pictures summed up in the same space and the videos that we saved after scanning the room. And we could enter any photo to add any details, to edit it, to add maybe some indication. Let's say this photo, or maybe I take one where we see the water damage area a bit bigger. Let's say this one. Okay, I like it. Here we can see it completely. So we tap on edit, give it a second that the image opens. Okay, so here we have the line color. You can change it if you want. I'm gonna leave it red so you can see it a bit better. And you could also draw on your image. You could say, look, here we have the major water damage. You could also add arrows. You could also redact to add some sensitive data. I normally tell to you guys, if you have people or faces that you want to hide, this is perfect, or any other sensitive data, right? So we have it like this. You can see also that my photo has this timestamp, right? So we have day and time, very important. This was a feature that you guys asked for, so we added to the photos. I'm gonna show you how to enable it in case you don't see it in your system. So I can tap on done here, and we can go back. Okay. Now, if let's say that I'm gonna take a new photo, okay? So I tap on camera, and you see that here on the top right, we can say, okay, attach to the third floor to the study, okay? We have this little wheel for the settings, and here we have the options to, you saw at the bottom that the timestamp disappeared. So we can enable both the timestamp and also the GPS coordinates. If it's important for you to show the exact location, you can enable them too. I'm gonna disable them because I'm okay with just the timestamp, and you simply close once you're happy, and then you take your photo and you see the timestamp has been saved there. Tap on next, save all. Okay, so just in case, because I know that in my system it's enabled automatically, maybe you don't know where to find it, now you know. Okay, let me see. Someone is saying can't hear from the LinkedIn live. Okay, let me double check if there's something here that we can see. Okay, no, I can see the mic is working. If you guys give me the a thumb up if you're, because I think on Faik, if you want, I don't know why you can't hear me, if it's your device or if it's LinkedIn, maybe switch to YouTube or to Instagram. We're live on those channels too. So maybe you can check there, because I think there it's everything okay. No one said that's not hearing. I hope that you guys can hear me there. Okay, because my mic sounds looks like it's working. I can see the green light moving. Okay, today it's like this, guys. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead. I go back into my project and here in the study where I'm currently in, because we added the affected area on the floor. But we can also add the affected area on the wall, because we know, for example, water damages, they're not only on our floor in general or most of the time. So we can select this wall and tap on add new area. Okay, now it doesn't matter that we have two rooms, yes, two windows types. It's just because of the light, so don't be afraid by that. Just imagine that the two windows are exactly the same. We could change them, but it's not our main focus right now. I'm going to reshape our affected area. So let's say that it's there. So you see here, the window itself, it's not affected. So what I do here is to add, give me a sec. I wanted to go a bit more in detail so you see it a bit bigger. I add a corner and I pull it down here. So we say it's here around the window. If you don't need it, keep it bigger, it's fine. It's just for me to show you. We tap on done once we're happy with the shape. And maybe we don't want to have it in purple, but let's say that this is the main source of this water damage, so we mark it in red. Okay, so we still have two colors. As we said, color coding, very important. You see the affected area in blue, and we can rename the areas also. Important thing. So we could call this affected area 1, and then we can also add an information and say, okay, this affected area, sorry, I was looking for the bar, it's the floor, and we save it. And if I tap on the other area, we can say, okay, this one is affected area 2, and let me look for the same sign if I find it. Let's do this one, it's also fine, and we say wall, save. Okay, so you see that when I'm here, you can see right away which one are we talking about. I mean, you see it also with the colors, but just in case. Okay, at this point, we could also do one more thing. If you have a Trimex moisture meter, I'm gonna grab it in a sec, we can go into our room. Let me go out and go back in so you see exactly what I do. We enter the room, we tap on insert, object, and maybe we can also look for our moisture meter. Let me see. Okay, should be this one that I'm using. We can also rotate it like this. And we position it in the area. You can also position it in front of the area where it makes sense for you, okay? I put it maybe here, like this. We double tap on it, so we have the info section for the moisture meter. Now, I'm gonna grab it here and I turn it on. I can rotate it into your direction just so maybe you see it a bit better. You can see the little lights. So it's on. Okay, now it's against my hand, so it says aiuto. Now, let's say use moisture meter. This one is the one that's connected. I'm going to put it on the floor right now. I put it on the part where it's wood, because then it's more realistic. You see that the little number changed, right? The moisture content percentage. I tap here in the app on use readings. And voila, they have been recorded automatically. I can show you what I'm looking at here. Okay, so this is your important information that the meter recorded for you. If you're using any other moisture meter, or if you're using the same moisture meter, keep it consistent. So if you're going back on the next day, please use the same meter, because it's, I mean, most of you probably know, but just in case you don't know, use the same meter because it helps you being more consistent. Because Every moisture meter is a bit different than the other one. So it might be that the information that you record are not exactly, let's say, precise, or not 100% precise, because they have been recorded with different moisture meters. Okay, perfect. In the meantime, thank you that you tell me that everything is good, and the audio and the video. Thank you, Alan. Okay, perfect. And important note, if you want to add other details, normally they're not absolutely important, but you could, right? You have here some other information, relative scale, etc. You can simply take a look in your app, you add a moisture meter to your flow plan, and then you take a look at everything that you have there. And you have the different days, right? So you have date 1, date 2, date 3, date 4, and so on. So you can go ahead, and every time you go back, you can record the new moisture content percentage with your moisture meter. Important thing that I would recommend you to do, if you don't do it yet, or you're starting using the magicplan app for moisture mapping, water damages documentation, and so on. You see that I still have sorry, not the laser, but the moisture meter selected. I went to photos and notes in the upper right part, which is still, let's say, the area of that specific object. I tap on the plus and camera, and I'm going here where I have my moisture meter, or where I have the damage, probably, right? I leave the timestamp on, because very important. Then you can say, look, on that day, at that time, the moisture meter was recording this exact measurement, this percentage. Okay, so you also have a, let's say, an extra documentation for safety, and we save all. Okay, you see that there's the little yellow pin. You can also make the meter bigger if you want. So, yellow pin, there's something, note, photos attached to my Trimex moisture meter. Okay, we're almost at the end of our session, I think, because I didn't want to keep it too long, also apart from our technical issue. Okay, let me add also something additional here that's normally useful and important to have while you're documenting water damages. So we tap on insert object. I'm going to search for it here in the bar, so you also know, if you're not sure where to find something, you could say here, look for the dehumidifier for me. Voila. I'm going to take this one, dehumidifier mobile. Okay, I just place it here, but you can place it in the exact position where you want it to be. Okay, so maybe we put it a bit more down here. And I'm going to close here the info section. I double tap on it, and here we are in the details of the object, of the dehumidifier. And you see here that I have some extra information at the bottom, because I created a field in the magicplan cloud. You can also do it. If you never did it, maybe you can tap here on edit or info, and you will have all the information that you need to start creating your field. Okay, so you can see here what you can do, how to do that. There's also a short video. So once you create the field for example, a specific object, in this case, the dehumidifier, you will see it listed directly here under details. So you're very quick. We can add everything. So let's say reading. Okay, it's today. Fine. Then reading time, 5:26 here where I'm right now, 5 p.m. Okay. Temperature, Fahrenheit, let's say 70. Done. Relative humidity, in this case, it's, let's say, 60%. Oh, sorry, not 7,000, but just 60. Okay. Oh, sorry, it didn't save. Let me, I know what happened. The Trimex moisture meter was telling me, I have another humidity. So I turned it off just for safety. Let's redo it. Temperature, 70 degrees. Then relative humidity, here it's 60%. And running hours, let's say, sorry, let me grab it here. Okay, let's say 30. Save. Okay, so everything has been saved, directly attached to the dehumidifier. Now, last step that we're going to see for today. Once you have all the details, what do? we can export our files. We can do it from here, upper right corner, right? So you could export your report PDF from here. You could also export an ESX file directly, so you would have everything included, the photos, the affected areas that are called reference blocks in Xactimate, for example, and the object and everything. Now, I just go back to the project level, which is this one, and I will use the export toggle in the upper right corner. So we can tap on report PDF. We can also take a look if the settings are okay. Let's have a look here. Okay, display the scale, all the details, dimensions, it's fine. All photos, videos, 360 photos. We don't have 360 photos right now, but the rest it's in here. Place each form on its own page. Okay, we just have the field. We didn't really fill in the form. Maybe we do it the next time. And we save everything. Now we can generate the report PDF. Proceed. Give it a second. I'm checking if you guys have questions in the meantime. Okay, Peter says thanks. You're welcome. Thank you guys for your time. Okay, now we have here our photos. I didn't attach the photo here, but I have them right there because I added two that are considered, let's say, main photos, but I could remove one of them. We will see it the next time. But just to give you an overview, now we have here our main photo. Then we have here the affected area behind my back, and everything has been documented here. Okay, so we have here the study with our affected areas, the Tramex moisture meter. So here we also have all the details. I mean, if you don't want to include the furniture, you don't have to. So with me, I would do that, right? You scan the room and then you eliminate the furniture. Okay, so here you see everything. The moisture meter with its pictures. Maybe the next time we'll also keep the pictures a bit bigger because I have them on small right now, so you can see them a bit better. Otherwise, let me just do one thing so you see it also a bit bigger, right? Like that. Then we have the dehumidifier mobile with the field that we fill in and everything in here. Okay, we also have the videos. If you send this document to someone, you could also, or this other person can also play the video and see the screen recording that you did for the entire room, or the recording, right? Okay, so we made it until the end, even if we had some technical problems today. But guys, thank you so much for your time. Do we still have any questions in the meantime? Because Alan says all good. Sorry, sorry, I left this comment. Can't hear, but you guys could hear me in the end. Perfect. Okay, I see no other questions right now, so I hope that everything was pretty clear. We will redo this video in some weeks, so don't worry if you missed the live and maybe you have some questions about this topic and you're watching the replay. We will redo it in maybe 1 month, something like that. So we will maybe see also some other little interesting notes. Guys, as we always say, at the end of our videos, thank you so much for your time. And depending on the times and where you are, I wish you a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye.